Let's take a look. Let's do a little critique of EA. I haven't looked at EA's roster in a long time. Let's do a little critique of EA's roster. You gotta get the fuck out of here, EA. Are you fucking kidding me? Get off his dick. You have got to be kidding me. You have literally got to be fucking kidding me. I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. And Lamar is 5th. Literally. Kyler is an 82 and Stafford's an 81. Like, this is so bad. Oh my god. I didn't realize how bad it was. Give us 4-minute quarters, Vic. We're getting a little long here. Teddy Bridgewater's higher than Joe Burrow. Teddy Bridgewater's higher than Joe Burrow. Oh my god. My eyes are bleeding. My eyes are literally bleeding. Oh my god. All right, you know what? We're just gonna do this whole. We're just gonna do these whole reactions here. Let's go back to this for a second. I can't even look, man. Like, this has got to be the marketing team, dude. It has to be the marketing team. It's the only thing that can explain this. Rating for rating. Like, awareness. Based on how they've played, Aaron Rodgers has made better decisions, played better in rhythm than Tom Brady. If nothing else, that should be a push. And then you go to throw power. Okay, Rodgers is better there. Short accuracy, whatever. How is he even better? That's what I don't get. When I look at these individual ratings, I actually don't disagree that much. I think the throw power is a little high. I think the medium and deep accuracy is a little high. But when I really go through this, I don't see how... All right. Regardless, that's BS. Tom Brady has been the 7th or 8th best quarterback this year. Lamar at a 91 over Deshaun and Josh Allen is just BS. 93 awareness for Lamar Jackson. Like, how? Literally, how does that make any sense? And then the accuracy... That makes no sense. And then these guys are just too freaking high. Like, Ryan Tannehill an 87? Really? And this is what's... I mean, the Kaepernick thing, that's obviously the marketing team. So you're gonna tell me that Derek Carr is better than Stafford, that Rivers is better than Stafford, Tannehill, like, yikes, man. And this is maybe the worst. Like, I get he's a rookie, but the funny thing is his awareness isn't even bad. Like, if you're going to play the rookie card, his awareness isn't even bad. You can't possibly tell me that Teddy Bridgewater is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. So, man, that's insane. Based on the individual ratings up here, I don't even think they have Brady that off. I just don't get how that comes out. Like, Rodgers is, I think on the individual ratings, it's not bad. But I don't get how Brady comes out higher. It seems more like a formula problem. All right, running backs. Fine. I mean, Saquon, I get it. The awareness and the ball carrier vision. It's a legitimate knock on him. Running backs isn't too bad. Mac maybe a little high. Mostert probably a little high there. But I get it. Honestly, the running backs not too shabby. No big nitpicks there. Okay, wide receiver. Honestly, I agree with that top 5. I think Tyreek Hill from a Madden rating standpoint, like his route running and stuff isn't going to set him above these other two guys, but he's obviously the better player. I would just give him 99 agility. I mean, he's such a freak. But I do disagree with DeAndre Hopkins as a 99. But given the other guys are this high, it's fine. I just think all these guys are too high because I do these ratings. And I mean, like, you got to make these guys preposterously good at these things. Like, you got to dish out all these 99 ratings to make these guys this good. Let's go a little further. Wide receiver run. In general, these are way too high. In my opinion, like Robbie Anderson in 87, for example, like this is always EA's thing. Like these things are so overinflated. Like how far do you got to go down? How many freaking receivers do you got to go down before you find a 70? I mean, we're probably 300 deep here. Yeah, I agree, Vic. Some like the order of other. I mean, the quarterbacks is just terrible. The quarterback ranking is just mind-numbing. But yeah, the list of these guys isn't so bad. Hooper's high. Hooper's way too high. Again, nothing. Okay, Tanyan's way too high. Tanyan's not an 80. Left tackle. Pretty solid. Their offensive line rankings to me are the best of their ratings. They got Jenkins pretty high. Maybe that's a little eager for me with Onwenu. I don't know if I'd put Michael Onwenu at an 80 quite yet. That's a little jumping the gun there. So far, Lindsley, I don't know what their hesitation is on Lindsley. They had him with normal dev to start the year. EA should still apologize about that. They had him with normal dev. They had him with normal dev, and then they had the other Ohio State guys. They had Billy Price, and they had Billy Price and who's the right guard on the Jets right now? Elfline. Left guard. I don't know if they've fixed it now, but they had Elfline and Billy Turner had star dev. Meanwhile, Corey Lindsey, who was first team All-Pro, had normal dev. So I don't know what their thing is against Corey Linsley. Alex Mack he's not that good anymore. But, offensive line rankings, not too bad. Wow, that's bold. I got to tell it like an 82, 83. He was incredible, but he played 12 games and was a replacement level starter for 3 years before that. That's a little too like hype train, jumping the gun on Wyatt Teller for me. I don't think that's consistent with the rest of these rankings. Like Glasgow had as much of a hype train season, maybe not quite as much, but just an example of a guy that had one really good season and then wasn't as good. I do really like him, but I don't think he's earned 89 overall quite yet. That said, I have him as a lower overall, but I definitely would give him superstar development. Like, he definitely deserves that. Wirfs at an 8. I'm with it, man. Wirfs was incredible. That's high for a rookie, but I'm fine with that. How do they do O'Neal here? I'm just curious. Let's see. Pretty good. All right. Yeah, I mean, Wirfs was arguably the best player in the Bucs offense for the NFC Championship. He was unbelievable. Okay, defense. Watt's got to come down, man. Tell the marketing team it's time, man. He's not that good anymore. Tell the marketing team to get off their high horse. Love J.J. Watt. First ballot Hall of Famer, but that ain't it. It would be great if we could actually list these guys by the correct positional terminology. You know, that'd be freaking fantastic, but pretty solid overall. I actually don't have too many criticisms here. This is actually pretty good for left end, other than J.J. Watt. Right end, Garrett's not a 98. I'm sorry. He has not proven that yet. When Myles Garrett wins, it is a thing of beauty. But from a consistency standpoint, he has not earned that yet. I'm sorry, it's true. Campbell's still... that's too high. Campbell's still... he's regressing. He hasn't been an over 90 player for 2 years. Ingram's got to come down, man. He's getting up there in age. That's maybe a touch too high for Chase Young, but that's fine. All in all, not a ton to change with the edge guys. I even think their ratings distribution is okay. Like it starts, notice how quickly it starts to dip off, unlike some of these other positions. I think quarterback and receiver and running back, their ratings distribution is just not consistent with the rest of the game. Chat says Cleveland Ferrell at 78. I don't know. The thing with Ferrell is he's one of the best run defenders in the NFL on the edge. So I bet they have like his pass rush. Let me guess. His finesse moves aren't bad. I would say like 78, 79 finesse. Power moves like 75, 76. His physical traits are not that great. But I would bet he has 83, 84 block shed, which is actually probably warranted. So, okay, 77 block shed, but spot on with the rush moves. I'm fine with that based on their rating scale. It's not that Ferrell is like a bad player. Like, he's going to get disrespected because he never should have been top 5 pick, but it's not that he's a bad player. He just is never going to be a great player, so I'm fine with that. D tackle, Pierce, I get it. I mean, for the run defense. Cox has been, I know he's been injured, but he's dangerously close to needing to come down. A little high for Payne, I would say. Allen is iffy. Allen had a good year. That's too high for Payne, I would say. I'm going to take the stance that that's still too high for Grover Stewart. I trust the Colts, but I didn't see him as a dominant player, especially because where do they have... Oh, yeah. You can't have Folo Fatukasi as a 76 and tell me that Grover Stewart's an 83. No freaking way. No freaking way. Still too high for Damon Harrison. He's washed. Wow. So... this is what bugs me with EA's roster sometimes, is the inconsistency. Literally in the same position group. So you have Fletcher Cox, who played hurt, and you don't lower him, right? Yet, you're going to demolish K'Wan Short, who missed the season? That's what bothers me with this stuff. And they lowered Christian McCaffrey for not playing too. All right, let's go to right end. Or did we do we do right end already? We already did right end. Outside linebacker. Chandler, I've never been this high on Chandler. I know the guys when I was down there, we were talking about Chandler. This is where I disagree, is the power moves. I don't agree with that 95 power moves for Chandler Jones. He's like a hand-fighting, quick... he wins with his hands. It's not that he doesn't have power, but 95 power moves? Like, that's got to be top 5 in the game, right? Like, no, dude. Chandler Jones is not 10 power moves better than Bud Dupree. Bud Dupree is like one of the best power rushers in the game. So you got Chandler Jones with the 4th best power moves? Can't sell me on that one. Clowney's too high. At least they don't have him with elite pass rush moves. Reddick's way too high, dude. Way too high. I know he had some good moments, but come on now. Come on now. He has to play... Dude, he's got to prove more than that. Come on now. Hey, they're putting some respect on Rashawn Gary's name. I like to see that. Wow, Jordan Brooks at a 78, really? Wow. I disagree with the agility there on Jordan Brooks. And the change of direction. I disagree with that. He's not like a elite fluid. I don't think Leonard Floyd at a 78 is an L FIFA. I think that's fine. Brooks definitely looked nice, but I don't know if I'd have him that high. That's a little... I mean, he only started, what, like 10 games? Maybe I'm off there. I don't know. Right outside... Honestly, looks pretty good. McPhee's too high there. Wow, they've really knocked Jalen Smith down. But like you've now got Jalen Smith is the same overall as Jordan Brooks. Like, do we agree with that? I don't. Obviously, Jalen Smith had a down year, but... All right, corner. Nah, dude. Gilmore's not a 99 anymore. Gilmore is the third best corner, third at best corner. Beyond that, actually looks pretty good. Kyle Fuller, maybe a touch too high. I would say it's too high for Byron Jones. I don't think. Why does Byron Jones still have superstar, and Xavier Howard doesn't? I don't freaking get that, EA. I don't think Howard's rating is disrespected, but how does he not have superstar and Byron Jones does? That doesn't add up to me. Bouye can probably come down. Brian Poole's still too high. But actually not too bad at the corner spot. Ooh, L'Jarius Sneed. I don't even necessarily disagree. I don't know when they updated this. He's been awesome in the playoffs. No. That's all I'll say on that. Okay, corner isn't too bad. Okay, free safety, good. They got Jesse Bates with that superstar. I would take the X factor away from Devin McCourty. I don't get the McCourty as the best safety in the game. I mean, I would easily take these 5 players over Devin McCourty. Easily. At this stage in his career. I still like McCourty, but I'm easily taking Bayard, Jackson. Wow, they took superstar away from Eddie Jackson. Wow. Wow. I would take, I mean, man. Superstar for Micah Hyde when Eddie Jackson doesn't have it? I don't know about that. Wow, Antoine Winfield getting that respect. I like it. Logan Ryan, a little bit too high there for me. Not sure what Ashton Davis has shown to get 75 there. Overall, just too high for these safeties, in my opinion. Too many quality players. Too easy to find players there. I've always disagreed with this with Tyrann Mathieu. I mean, the dude makes plays. I know there's a lot of love for him around the league and what he does, so I do get it. But as by far the best safety in the NFL, I would say I pretty strongly disagree with that. He's awesome, though, so... And he's versatile. Harrison Smith was pretty awesome again this year, so that's fine. You can still make a case that Harrison Smith is the best safety in the NFL, so that's not too bad. Buda's too high in my opinion. He got the big contract. People love him. His coverage to me doesn't warrant that. Yeah, I don't think his coverage warrants 80s there. I said coming into the year Derwin was underrated, but he didn't get to play to prove that. Let's see. I got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson as a strong safety. Did he play a single snap as a safety this year? Isn't he a slot corner? I mean, this could all be solved if they just added freaking slot corners. But let me entertain myself here. I mean, he played 685 snaps at slot corner, 75 at wide corner, and 103 as a linebacker type, which would be the safety there. I mean, Madden does this to themselves by not having a slot corner position, because I agree strong safety is a more accurate, based on how Madden plays it, strong safety is a more accurate representation of the actual role he plays, and if you put him at corner, then people are just going to use him as an outside corner, and there's no distinction between, short coverage and deep coverage. So I do, kind of get why he's there, but just add frickin' slot corner by now, EA. It's a starting position. Get on your shit. So, honestly, man, I do think the overall rating scale is still too high. This is indefensible. Like, this is... I'm sorry. Like, you can't possibly tell me, based on this year... I mean, EA's always doing this to Aaron Rodgers. They had Phillip Rivers over Aaron Rodgers for Madden 19. I mean, they're always dropping him down because that's the cool thing to do, is hate on Aaron Rodgers and, you know, suck off Tom Brady. But that's inexplicable to me. And then just the receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, it's all too high. But to be honest, I would say starting at really tackle all the way through the defense, the roster has come a long way. Based on what it was like 3 or 4 years ago, when you would go to strong safety and you'd see like half the league was like 85 or higher. We've come a long way there, but still so much work to be done on this. All right, that's going to do it for my reactions. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below who you think also needs to be rearranged here. Peace out. We'll see you later.